What's going on, everybody? I hope everybody's having a fantastic Friday. Congratulations. You got through the week, you got through the work week. I'm off tonight, thank goodness. I'm super grateful for that. And honestly, I went to get some new games last week and I wanted to treat myself again. So here we are going to do another nostalgic video of some games that we got from old nostalgic era. So we're going to kind of go over see what we got today. So first and foremost, I only picked up a few PS3 and one PS1 game, but we're going to go over them. So this is my favorite all-time Crash Bandicoot game, and that is Crash Bandicoot Warped. This was my all-time, and still is my all-time favorite Crash Bandicoot game. It is the most fun. It's got the most diverse level design and things that you can possibly do, and it's just an amazing game. I absolutely love this, and I was thrilled that I picked this one up today. And then here we are to the PS3s. I only played the first one, but then I picked up Lost Planet 2. I really loved the first one. The first one, the controls, I remember being a little bit wonky, but at the same time, Lost Planet 1 was one of those games that was like Call of Duty 2 to me when the 360 first kind of came out. It was really one of those like kind of genre defining games that were like you just couldn't really believe how good the graphics looked or how cool it looked. So I ended up picking it up. It was only like $10, so I think it was a good steal for today. And then this is an all-time classic in my opinion. I'm on a Star Wars thing right now. I'm getting lucky. Star Wars: The Force Unleashed 1. This one was always one of my favorite Star Wars games of all time. Playing a Star Killer. I'm glad that the actor himself he is now going to do a Darth Maul animated series on Disney Plus, which is really cool. The actor is phenomenal, and I think he plays it very, very well. So that one I'm excited to play. I'll be excited to play again eventually with my other hundreds of games that I freaking own that I haven't chance to get to. It's not one of my favorites, but it is still one of my most memorable ones that I used to play. Need for Speed Carbon. My favorite personal Need for Speed will always be Most Wanted. I bought it on the Xbox 360. That one will always be my personal favorite. My second one would probably be Hot Pursuit 2 on the PS2. This one was actually really good. Need for Speed kind of started diving down or kind of divoting into kind of being not good quality. This one was really cool because it had that street racer aesthetic, is like Underground 2 kind of, which if you grew up in games with like the way I did, Need for Speed Underground was one of those genre-defining games that were just unbelievable. Everybody talked about it. They are one of my top three games. Not this one, but the Need for Speed Undergrounds. Underground 1 will always have a very special place in my heart. So that one was a good one. That was a good steal in my opinion. I think it was like $7.50 for it. And then I went over a video last week of a game that I got, Assassin's Creed, and I went over which one was my personal favorite, and I decided to pick this one up too. Black Flag, Assassin's Creed Black Flag. This one is my personal all-time favorite Assassin's Creed. All the other ones have nostalgic aspects to them. Obviously, there's pros and cons to every single one, but this one, I bought it on the 360 when it came out. And oh my god, it just blew my mind. To me, it was the last decent Black Flag. Origins was okay, and Valhalla and Odyssey started to kind of tail off on more action oriented. But this one, truly one of the best games of all time in my opinion, and obviously, and to me personally, the absolute best Assassin's Creed period in my opinion. So those are the PS3 games. A little decent pickup today. And then here we go with the PS2s. This stack actually, like I said in the last video, I have an Amazon account where I have like categorized items or video games based on genre or console that I want to get, like 360, Xbox, PS2, so on and so forth. And this one, it actually eliminated quite a few of these that I was actually looking for and hoping to get eventually. So, yeah, a really good pickup with the PS2s today. This one I never got to play, and I'm saddened that I never got to experience it during the heyday of when it was online capable. Because back then the PS2, online was very new to us. Like, it was very, very new to us. It was uncertain. The one time I really got to experience online was Xbox on Halo 2 with buddies. I never got to own like an online system set up myself. So it was through others, and then this is the one I picked up, Resident Evil Outbreak. I wish they would make a newer generational game like this. I think this would work so well with today's economy, and as far as like live services goes, like if you have done right, a Resident Evil game would do phenomenal. In this one, it was a team-based online co-op online game where you get to help each other like heal and do all this stuff, and it was really cool. So this is one of the ones I was really excited to pick up because it was on my list, and I'm really excited to give that a try because I never got to play it. This one I wasn't particularly looking for because I wanted Return to the King because that's the one that I remember playing as far as like the demos and things like that. But it was cheap. I decided to pick it up. Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. So if it's anything like Return of the King, like when I play with buddies and co-op and things like that, split screen, I think it'll be a good time. I never got to play this one in particular, but the Return of the King I absolutely loved as a kid. So, like I said, all these games that I picked up, I think the most I paid for a singular game was like maybe like $20. All these other ones were like $5, $7.50, or $10. So it was actually a really good, cheap steal day today. So I'm excited to try that out. Now this next one. This one to me has a very special place in my heart. It was one of those games that I first saw and I just really couldn't believe on how like good it looked aesthetically, graphically, everything else. Like it really truly blew my mind when I first saw a demo of this. When I think I had like PlayStation Underground, they would give out sometimes demo discs in the magazines, and this one just blew my mind. And obviously the Killzone, it's Killzone. Spoiler. But the Killzone 2 trailer to me remains one of those like all-time great trailers that's what we expected from like a new generation. Like holy shit, like, this is next gen. This looks legit. But anyhow, Killzone 1. This one, it always blew my mind as a kid, like facing the Helghast faction, and I was super thrilled that this was there today. Got it for cheap, I think $7. I'm super excited to play that through again. This one I never played, but these are one of these games that like I look through and I search through like all these different games and like maybe we're hidden gems. Headhunter Redemption. I don't know too much about it. It was a spy thriller kind of game, so it was one of those ones that were in my list that were kind of like the ones that like, hey, it's only like it's pretty cheap. It's time to pick it up. I'm a big fan. PS2 is my all-time favorite console of all time, so I'm gonna start. I want to collect eventually all the games that I grew up with, the games that I wanted to get and I couldn't experience, and also finding the hidden gems. So that was one of those hidden gems ones. This one was kind of just a nostalgia. This one's not, I wouldn't say nostalgic piece, but I'm a big Terminator fan. My old 360 gamer tag was local Terminator. I always loved the Terminator franchise. The first one is my favorite of all time. The second one is very close. It's one of the best sequels, if not the best sequel of all time. But I always wanted to play some of the Terminator games. This one, I saw decent reviews on it, but it just looked fun. It just looked like stupid, silly fun. And that's the Terminator Dawn of Fate. So I'll be excited to try that one out. A lot of these games are very short campaign-esque, so because I'm starting to have some more time off, so I'll be able to pump out some more reviews and things like that. Like right now, I'm doing playthroughs through the remake of Tomb Raider. I'm streaming my playthroughs on PS5. I am currently trying to get through. I just finished Blood Rain on PS2. I just finished 50 Cent Bulletproof. And then now I'm currently working on Star Wars Revenge of the Sith. So I'm trying to knock out some of these reviews so we can kind of get those cranking. Because I have like already probably 100 PS2 games I have to get through. So we got to crank those some bitches out. You know what I'm saying? And then another one I never got to play. I'm a big DC fan. I'm more DC than Marvel. I want to get the Origins one, but X2 Wolverine's Revenge was on there. So these are some of these games where like I'm a sucker for if it's there and I don't want it to go away. I don't want to come back and it not be there. I will pick it up. I will just feel like I don't want to feel that regret. Like I should have freaking got that shit. So that was one of those ones. I have not played that one. I'm excited to play that one too as well. And then this series, I started the WWE series playing them. I played some of them on 64 with my buddies back in the day, but the first one I physically owned was WWE. I think it was I want to say WWE, not F. Here Comes the Pain, where it's got Brock Lesnar on the cover. It was one of the best ones. It was the most fun I had during a wrestling game that I think I can currently still stay. But I remember when I want to say Raw or SmackDown. I can't remember which one it was. One of them was on the 360. One of them was on the Xbox exclusively. I want to say it was Raw, and SmackDown was on PS2. So they released SmackDown versus Raw. This was the first one, and I can remember like it just being like, to me, it just felt like this groundbreaking event. We're like, oh my god, you got these two genres colliding together. It was awesome. I have the 2009 SmackDown versus Raw, which is good. I don't remember too much of the stories of both of them, but I'm looking forward to going back and creating my character, go back and playing those again. So this one was an all-time classic to me, and if you want to feel old, it's got a Blockbuster sticker on it. So for you old farts out there, it's still got the Blockbuster sticker on it. And then last week, I mentioned when I got some other nostalgic games, I mentioned that I picked up GTA San Andreas because I picked out Burnout Revenge, and they had the display case, but they couldn't find the CD for it. I go back again today, and they have the case out again. So I'm a big fan of the Burnout series. Obviously, I think the PS2 and the PS2, 360, PS3 era were the best ones. After that, I think they kind of just dived off. But I finally got Burnout Revenge. These games are always super, super fun. I'm not a big fan of the Gran Turismo Forza series too much. I lean less towards the realism and more towards the arcade style of racing games. That's why I really like the Need for Speed games, the old school ones, because it was just a little bit more arcadic. And these ones, it was just good fun. The crashes were awesome, and it was just high octane fun. It was just a good freaking time. And then the last one I picked up today, I never played it, but it always fascinated me because they call this type of graphics cell shaded. If you ever played the Sly Cooper series or Borderlands, for instance, that's like a shell shaded graphics engine. What's 13? It's a first-person shooter where it's got that same shell-shaded graphics with it. It always looked really interesting to me. It was kind of one of these ones where the owner knows that I go there pretty often. He's like, "Hey, I got this stack that's ready to go out tomorrow. Did you want to get a first look?" So he gave me a full stack, and that was in there with it. So overall, a pretty decent pickup today. I'm really happy. I wanted to treat myself again. Some things are kind of going a little bit more positive in my life, so I've been trying to get back. Sorry about all the hair on my chest. I just got my beard trimmed. As you can see, gotta look pretty. But no, it was a good day. I woke up a little bit early, got my beard trimmed, went and out treated myself. So tonight should be a good night. I'm just gonna kick back, relax, play some games, and I hope everybody has a good weekend. Everybody be safe out there. Everybody who is at their jobs this weekend, obviously in my career field, the security wise, everybody be safe out there. And I hope y'all have a good weekend, and we'll see you then. Bye.